What happens when a single group of people holds more power than a multi-billion-dollar record label, a seasoned PR firm, or even the most influential critics in the world? We're not talking about a secret society or a political movement. We're talking about the Swifties. In the modern era of music, Taylor Swift's fanbase has evolved from a group of listeners into a decentralized digital army capable of shifting the global economy and deciding the fate of anyone who crosses their path. But how did we get here? And is it dangerous for one person to have this much influence? Think back to when you first heard a song on the radio and liked it. You might have bought the album or followed the artist on social media. But for Swifties, it's much deeper than that. It's a collective identity built on loyalty, shared history, and a level of detective work that would put the FBI to shame. This brings us to the first major question. How can they actually make a career? When Taylor Swift mentions an up-and-coming artist or features them as an opening act, it's not just a polite nod, it's a career-altering endorsement that guarantees millions of streams overnight. However, the power to build is only half the story. What happens when that same energy is turned against someone? You might remember the fallout from a joke made on a popular streaming show. A single tweet from Taylor expressing her disappointment triggered a wave of backlash so intense that the actress involved had to disable her comments for months. This raises a chilling point. In the age of the internet, can a single mistake lead to total professional isolation? It's a phenomenon that has changed how writers, producers, and even other celebrities talk about her. The most famous example of this power in action is the battle over her masters. When the rights to her first 6 albums were sold to a private equity firm, the fans didn't just complain on Twitter, they organized. They educated themselves on the intricacies of music publishing and intellectual property law. They effectively boycotted the original recordings, ensuring that the Taylor's version re-recordings would dominate the charts, while the old versions lost significant value. It was a masterclass in collective bargaining, but it also showed that the fans are willing to go to war for their idol. But there's a darker side to this devotion. When a music critic gives a Taylor Swift album a 7 out of 10 instead of a perfect score, they often face doxing, death threats, and a digital siege that lasts for weeks. This leads us to wonder, is this level of protection healthy for the creative arts? If critics are afraid to be honest, does the quality of music discourse suffer? The fans see it as defending a friend, while the rest of the world sees it as a digital mob. The economic impact is perhaps the most quantifiable proof of their power. The Eras Tour didn't just sell out stadiums, it literally boosted the GDP of entire cities. Hotels, restaurants, and local businesses saw surges in revenue that rivaled the Super Bowl. This isn't just fandom, it's an economic engine. But with this much financial weight, the fans have also started demanding more accountability from the platforms they use. Like the massive Ticketmaster controversy that ended up in a congressional hearing. Have we ever seen a fan base force the government to look into corporate monopolies before? The secret to this influence lies in the Easter eggs. Taylor has spent nearly 2 decades training her fans to look for hidden meanings in every photo, lyric, and outfit. This has created a community of people who are constantly engaged, constantly analyzing, and constantly ready to act. It's a psychological bond that transcends music. It's a parasocial relationship on a global scale. But as this relationship grows, the line between supporting an artist and policing the world on their behalf becomes increasingly blurred. As we look toward the future of the entertainment industry, the Swiftie model is becoming the blueprint for every major star. Every artist wants a fan base this loyal and this active. But the question remains, can this power be controlled? Or are we entering an era where the court of public opinion is ruled entirely by whoever has the loudest, most organized followers? In the end, the Swifties have proven that the fans are no longer just consumers. They are the most powerful players in the game, capable of crowning kings or tearing down empires with a single hashtag.